This is my daughter at 1 month old, and then again at 4 years old. And Movement Lesson is what made this possible. Her birth started out like any other, but by 2 weeks old, we knew something was off. I started doing my own physical therapy exercises with her, but it just wasn't enough. She didn't move. By a month old, she could hardly move. And then by 2 months old, we were actually in the hospital, and she was on medical life support. She was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy, and because she was on life support, she was able to receive the medicine to treat the disease. It stopped the progression of the disease, but even with that, it couldn't help my daughter breathe. We extubated 4 times, and she just couldn't do it. But thanks to Movement Lesson and a breathing exercise Michelle gave me, my daughter survived, and we came home, and it was a glorious day. I continued to do Movement Lesson with my daughter, and I just saw little improvements here and there. Her legs straightened. I was completely exhausted, but fortunately, with Movement Lesson, my daughter graduated from playing with Band-Aids and wrappers to bigger toys and just simple toys, and she was able to start lifting heavier toys, and she started being able to read books, and she tried to manipulate larger toys, and eventually her feet became a second pair of hands. Movement Lesson helped my daughter with eating. She's completely dependent on a G-tube, but she's gone from eating saltine crackers to being able to eat mushy spaghetti. And I remember those first days when doing Movement Lesson, and she had head control and a little bit of movement. I remember that first time she lifted her leg. Well, this was the second, but the first time was during training. And being able to see her turn the pages of a book and do so much more, and then to be where she is now, moving independently and just being able to function within the family, and just feel like she is not completely dependent on me. She can self-play and self-entertain. My favorite thing that she does is just her little smile. She smiles for the camera and uses her fingers, and more than anything, I won't trade the moments of the interactions that we've had with my other children. Movement Lesson has given experiences like this where my daughter can play with my children and just feel like another child. And it all started with segment training. Thank you, Movement Lesson, and thank you for the gift of movement you have given my child.